Milwaukee aldermen decided last year to cut the size of the Common Council from 17 to 15 members. That move to a smaller council required a change in districts, as did the 2000 census. This map prepared by the City Legislative Reference Bureau shows the new aldermanic districts effective with the primary and the April election. It is available on the city's website at milwaukee.gov. Each alderman will represent about 39,800 residents. As a result of the changes, your home and voting location may be in a new aldermanic district.
As a result of the redistricting that occurred again in 2003, we had a number of changes within the polling locations for approximately 40 wards within the city. So if you have not received, you will receive in the mail in the upcoming weeks a letter from our office letting us know that your polling location changed and therefore you need to report to that location on election day.
A couple of examples. The former 16th district becomes the 10th, encompassing essentially the same area plus some new wards to the north. Residents of the former 10th district will find themselves in redrawn districts 6, 7, and the newly created 15th district. The 15th also includes many homes in the former 17th district. On the far northwest side, the former 15th also has some new numbers. That area is now represented by redrawn aldermanic districts 2, 5, and 9. You're urged to check where to vote before Election Day.
Well, you can do one or two things. You can contact the City of Milwaukee Election Commission at 286-VOTE. That's 286-8683. Or you can visit us on the web.
Simply go to milwaukee.gov and the Election Commission page, click on Where Do I Vote? And you will not only be given the polling location, but a list of all elected officials who represent your address. Those officials include members of the Milwaukee County Board, and your representative may be changing there as well. The board decided last fall to reduce its size from 25 to 19. That dramatically changed boundary lines for county supervisory districts. For information on those changes, you can call the County Election Commission at 278-4060. There were over 450,000 potential voters in the city based on the 2000 census. Many more than usual may vote in the primary because of another race.
Well, the other difference that you'll find on the ballot this year, you will have an opportunity to vote for the presidential primary. The presidential primary was moved up from the normal April general election to February. And it's very important that you vote in every election. And this election, you will find you're not only voting for local office, but federal offices as well.
Wisconsin is one of only 5 states allowing same-day registration. It's one part of a long tradition of easy access to voting.
Well, if you're not able to make it to the polls on Election Day, our office is open. We usually have extended hours prior to the election. The Saturday before every election, we're open from 8 till noon. The Friday before the election, we're open until 7 o'clock. And if you're not able to make it to the polls, you can come to our office and vote directly in the office, or you can send a letter to our office requesting an absentee ballot. And all requests must be in the office in writing with the elector's signature no later than the Friday before the election. You can register on site. You can come to the polling location, bring with you one form of identification. We have a list of what constitutes as a proper form of ID, and you can register on site on Election Day.
What are some of those things?
Well, for example, a driver's license. It must be a valid driver's license with your current address as well as the municipality listed. It can be a utility bill within the last 90 days. It can also be a lease agreement or a rent receipt, as long as it has the information as far as your name, address, and the municipality.
If you'd like to do more than vote on Election Day, the Election Commission hires part-time poll workers to operate the city's 190 polling locations.
We always need individuals to work at the polls. We have a wonderful staffing of over 1,400 inspectors who work at your polling locations. However, we are always in need of individuals, so if you're interested in working at the polls, please contact our office at, again, 286-VOTE, and I'm sure we'll find a place for you.
About half of the members of this recent fire recruit training class had taken part in the Fire Cadet program. They had much better odds than the several thousand who applied during regular recruitments. There are about 60 applicants annually, about 12 are selected, and with successful completion of the cadet program, they can automatically be eligible for the regular fire recruit class. Fire cadets are uniformed civilian employees who perform a variety of non-firefighting duties. They work a 40-hour week. Pay is equivalent to nearly $19,000. Applicants must meet certain minimum qualifications. The Police Aid Program also gives applicants a leg up on the competition, which can also number in the thousands. In 2003, for example, about 350 applied to be a police aide. About 30 were hired. Again, if they complete the program, they move right into a police recruit class. Recruiters visit area high schools to speak with seniors about the position.
The Police Aid Program was developed back in 1948 in a way to help those of you coming out of high school looking to become a police officer. You can't be a police officer until you're 21, but the Police Aid Program has been designed as a form of an apprenticeship program to become a Milwaukee police officer. A police aide is a civilian employee of the Milwaukee Police Department who receives on-the-job training to become a police officer.
Police aides work a 40-hour week at a current annual salary of nearly $19,000. They attend job-related college classes during on-duty hours. Again, applicants must meet certain minimum qualifications. Training includes work assignments which rotate throughout the department.
A police aide, you'll be assigned to many different departments, everything from the Office of the Chief, Personnel, Payroll, the Training Bureau, Criminal Investigation Bureau, Special Operations Bureau. You're going to be working in different office environments, doing a lot of clerical support for us, but at the same time learning what police officers actually do.
Training Bureau, Police Aide Noble speaking. How may I help you?
Ramel Noble is one of about 30 police aides now assigned to positions throughout the department. On the job only 3 weeks when we visited the training academy, he's a graduate of Bayview High School.
I learned about it my freshman year in high school. I was in the guidance office, and I was looking on the board where they have things posted, and it was on the sheet of paper, the job description and everything that you have to do to
So for 4 years you thought about it?
Yes.
How do you like what you're doing then?
It's pretty nice.
What interests you in police work that you decided
Police
to be
work.
a police aide?
The helping people, the job security, seems like a great line of work.
What would be the kind of thing you'd like to do as a police officer?
What would I like to do? I haven't really decided that yet. There's so many different parts of policing and I'm so early into this that I don't know yet.
Lisa Fossier is a Pulaski High School grad. She too learned about the police aid program through a high school counselor. Lisa has her 2 years on the job and college credits. She'll be 21 this year and will move right into the first police recruit class.
I always wanted to go into law enforcement. This was just a good opportunity to see what was involved in law enforcement. It was interesting, you know, taking the test. You take the same tests as police officers do. So you start with an oral, or you start with a written examination, go from an oral to a physical test, and it's the same test as officers take.
What kinds of things do you do as a police aide?
A lot of clerical, but it's rewarding. You get interaction with officers. They tell you about their job every single day. I can't wait. I'm going to be in the next class, so I can't wait. I just want to be out there on the street interacting with people. I mean, every day it's going to be something different.
You may soon be hearing an announcement on the radio regarding police aides.
Attention, 17 to 19-year-olds. The Milwaukee Police Department is looking for you.
Whoa. Hey, you got one life to live, right? So why don't you do something that means a lot? Think about becoming a police aide and give it all you got. Because as a police aide, you get training, not to mention decent benefits and pay. Now the sky's the limit, so why don't you make a positive choice today? You can make a difference while learning about what police officers do. So think about applying, because the Milwaukee Police Department does need you.
So the opportunity for you is here. All you need to do is just come apply and come work for us.
Informational bulletins describing both police and fire apprenticeship programs can be found on the city website at milwaukee.gov, or get them from the Fire and Police Commission at City Hall.
We're in the Discovery World, the James Lovell Museum of Science, Economics, and Technology. And that's really a long name to just condense it down to it's a place where you can have hands-on fun and learn how to be innovative and creative.
Discovery World is located in the same building that houses the Public Museum and the IMAX Theater. About 150,000 people come here annually, about 60% of them school groups, to experience over 150 hands-on science and technology exhibit stations.
It was actually called, and originally, give you another name, Science Etc., Science, Economics, and Technology Center. So the name thing has been moved around because we're trying to tell people that creativity and innovation, things that are about making things, doesn't have an easy handle. And the James Lovell part came because James Lovell is a person who is an astronaut, an engineer, an adventurer, a businessman, and he typified what the museum is created to create in young men and in young women.
Discovery World is here to serve the community. It's a place where we can educate students with hands-on exhibits, labs, theater shows, and educational programming. All of our exhibits are hands-on. It really puts science in the hands of students. There's so many things we can do here that a teacher can't show in a classroom. One of our areas here is about health in the human body. It's called Health is Wealth. All of the exhibits there talk about the human body, how to take care of your body and use it for your own wealth, because taking care of yourself will really help you succeed in other areas of life. We have a section here called Milwaukee Muscle. It's all simple machines. There are pulleys, levers, and all sorts of exhibits that show you how a simple machine works and can make work easier for you. From that section we move on to our gears and linkages area, which is the next step in technology. The gears and linkages section kind of continues the story of ingenuity in industry, and it challenges students to identify various gears and their practical uses. We have an area called the Techno Jungle. It's all technology exhibits. There are a lot of computers that you will see, different types of hands-on exhibits. The Techno Jungle area features robotics, hydraulics, pneumatics, software design. They cover all sorts of topics in the technology arena. Discovery World's Electric Kitchen tells the story of electricity in a hands-on, highly energetic kitchen setting. Students there can see about electrical safety, wiring, amps, voltage, and more. People should come to Discovery World to learn more about science and how to apply it in their own lives. It's a great place for families to come. Parents can learn with the children. There's a lot to learn here about technology and entrepreneurship. It's a great opportunity to teach your kids about a future career and help them get an early start on that.
For further information, you can call Discovery World at 765-9966 or check their website at discoveryworld.org for other offerings including summer camps and traveling outreach programs.
It's a place where you can prepare for the future. You can rehearse for a bright future. We are really focused on young people, young teenagers. But indeed, like we said, from 4 to 94, if you're very young, you can prepare your kids here. Or if you're very old, you can get hip to technology that maybe you didn't have in your youth. But it is really your garage, your launch pad, your basement lab, your place to call your own. So come and claim it.
You would be hard-pressed to find anything in this environment that does not represent some activity that has developmental significance for a young child.
Numbers and letters make even the first steps into the Betty Brinn Children's Museum a learning experience. And children not only allowed, they are encouraged to touch, feel, and climb on things. Located in the Miller Brewing Pavilion at O'Donnell Park, the museum is designed specifically for kids ages 1 to 10.
For example, there is an exhibit called My Body Works, and that is sponsored by Children's Hospital of Wisconsin. It teaches children about how their body functions, what they might see at a doctor's office, what a leg brace or a neck brace might do for them, how to operate a wheelchair. They learn how to dial out 911 so that they know what to do in an emergency. It's in an area that really focuses on acquainting children with the things that they see often in doctors' offices and in their bodily functions that might intimidate a child, but this is making them comfortable and introducing them to things that are just a part of everyday life. Let's Play Railway is an area of the museum that's new. It's about 2 years old, and it's a train that was developed by the museum in partnership with the Brio Corporation based in Germantown, and put interactive pieces into these 3 components to make an exhibit that children can climb in and out of and around and learn as they play. So not only are they playing with the small pieces that they might at home in their Brio train set, but they're able to get in the train and be the engineer. A trading place is one of our most popular exhibits. A trading place refers to trade as 2 things, trade as commerce and trading goods for services. So it's an area that introduces children to work in a community, and it centers around an apple orchard. It's the inner workings of a community, and as much as children experience that on an everyday basis, we're bringing it down to their level and able to make them understand how when mom and dad go off to work, this is what's happening, and they really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Next to a trading place is an area called WBB TV, as in Betty Brinn Television, and that is probably our most popular exhibit for slightly older children. It's the inner workings of a television studio.
Hey, this is fun! This is fun!
Most popular exhibit for small families, or small children I should say, is an area called Betty's Busy Backyard. Perfect for children ages 3 and under. Everything is developmentally appropriate for small children. We really encourage parents with toddlers and even infants to come into Betty's Busy Backyard to introduce their children to things that will develop fine and gross motor skills that are seemingly obvious, easy things to do, but encourage decision making and growth, and we're very, very proud of that area as well.
We are about helping young children develop fundamental skills during probably the most critical phase in a person's life, which is from birth till 5. And we're about helping adults understand that during those first 5 years of life, there is really a profound impact on the development of a child's brain, that a child is developing their capacity to do well in school, to do well for a lifetime. They're getting all of the basics that they need to understand at a later point in time how to read, how to write, how to understand math, science, how to work with others. We, in essence, wire the human brain and help adults understand how to do that effectively, not just here, but at home as well.
To find out more about the museum and its services, you can call 390-KIDS or visit them on the web at www.bbcmkids.org. They hope you'll come back to visit many times.
Again?
This dartball game is just one of the many programs at the Washington Park Senior Center. One of 5 senior centers in Milwaukee County, it's managed by Interfaith Older Adult Programs and funded by the County Department on Aging. And it's a hit with the 1,400 seniors who take part.
Washington Park Senior Center, I think, is a very active and diversified recreation, educational, well-being center for anybody in the community or anybody outside of Milwaukee County that's 50 or older who wants to come and participate in a variety of activities.
A recent survey of senior citizens nationwide found that older adults in Milwaukee County are better educated, healthier, and more connected with family compared to seniors across the country. But the survey also showed that many older adults still feel left behind, are in need of support, and need to be reached with appropriate services and information. The senior centers are one place to find such information and services, such as the Senior Meal Program.
We can serve up to about 75 meals a day. It's a fair share program, so the seniors will put in $2 if they can. If they can't afford a $2 donation, they contribute what they can for that day. And it's a hot, nutritious meal. We have a wood shop that's probably one of the best kept secrets in Milwaukee, and we've got people that make dining room tables. Last month I saw somebody putting together a guitar. I mean, it's incredible the amount of knowledge and skill that these people have.
People like Bob Bogan. A friend told him about Washington Park 18 years ago, and he's been here ever since.
This place, when you come in here, and there's still a few people come in, sometimes they stay around with us, sometimes they don't, but this is a place away from home. It really is. A couple of weeks ago, we were closed for a while, and everybody said, well, what do we do today? Where are we going today? We can't go out on the streets. There are so many things that you can do in this thing, and it's just a question of getting you here to do it. That's where we're involved. Talk it up, talk it up. Talk up Milwaukee, talk up Washington Park. Not only Washington Park, but the other senior centers too. We have ladies down here in the craft room. It's absolutely amazing the things that they can make. Stained glass, we have a stained glass class. Years ago, and I think that's gone away, I know it has in Milwaukee, some of the other cities it hasn't, they thought that a senior center was a place to go play cards. That's not true here. We got a little card game going someplace, but that isn't a big thing.
We've got a fantastic fitness center, which is a collaboration with UWM, and we're open Monday through Friday. Again, if somebody's 50 or older, they can come and exercise on some state-of-the-art equipment and get a regimen or a routine that's put together with that individual person and one of the students from UWM. We also have a fantastic computer program that we can start somebody off that they don't know anything and then bring them up to the more advanced where they might be scanning photos or doing print shop or Excel. That's a collaboration that we have with MATC. We may offer educational activities, we have an advisory council, we have hobbies and clubs for people, we have music lessons, we have dance lessons. So you name it, we are a very diversified center and we enjoy having people come in. We kind of feel like a family, and I think that this is their second home as well. It's a great outlet for people to get out of their homes.
Shirley Miller agrees with that statement. A wheelchair makes it a bit more difficult for her to get here, but the county's Transit Plus program helps, and she too wants other seniors to get involved.
I've been coming here maybe 10, 12 years, and the reason I come out here is why I stay at home and get older. And we have so many different things to do here, you know, meet a lot of nice people. Like to weave. I do a lot of making hats and looms for children, you know, abused children, and that's our donation from Washington Park, you know. I say you're missing out on a whole lot of stuff because you'd be surprised what they got going here, you know. They got the physical fitness center here, camera club, shuffleboard. They got pool tables. They got a gospel choir here. Get out of the house, that's the main thing. The main thing is worse in the wintertime. During the summer, we have a lot of stuff going on here too. It's very important, it's just to get out. That's right, and be with people.
400 people surveyed at Washington Park say they'd like to see even more health and education programs. Center officials say they're working hard to increase awareness of all the services they offer, including housing and job counseling.
We're looking at this as a one-stop kind of shopping, and I hate to use that term, but a one-stop center that we can offer everything that a senior needs when they're here. I think that we're a very diversified center. I think that we've got a good staff. I think that the seniors, again, that are here want to be here. We're a welcoming center. They feel at home, and that's why they want to come back.
Yeah, I know.